Croatia come into the men's EHF Euro 2026 not as a team searching for their identity, but as one that understands very clearly what such a tournament demands. Their history at European Championships has been built on continuity rather than dominance, on regular presence in the decisive stages rather than short bursts of success. Over the years, this has shaped a national team that is comfortable under pressure, disciplined in structure, and rarely unsettled by the magnitude of the occasion. At the same time, this tournament represents a genuine moment of adjustment. The absence of Domagoj Duvnjak closes a long chapter in which one player served as both tactical centre and emotional reference. His retirement from the national team does not erase Croatia's past, but it forces the present to evolve. Instead of relying on one clear leader to organise attacks and absorb pressure, responsibility is now spread across the squad. The focus now moves towards collective organisation, clear positional roles and squad depth, while maintaining the intensity and competitive mentality that have defined Croatian handball for decades. This balance between continuity and adaptation is guided by a coach who understands the international stage in detail. Dagur Sigurdsson brings vast experience from elite club handball and national teams, and his influence is visible in the way Croatia now approach their matches. The structure is clearer, the emotional swings are more controlled, and decisions are made with tournament rhythm in mind rather than momentary impulse. Croatia may not look spectacular at all times, but they do look prepared. The foundation of that preparation starts in goal. Dominik Kuzmanović has developed into a dependable first option, offering stability, good positioning and mental resilience across long stretches of play. At this level, consistency is more valuable than brilliance, and Kuzmanović provides exactly that. Marin Šipić adds a different profile with faster reactions and strong performances in high-tempo situations. Over the course of a demanding tournament, this balance becomes a real asset. Defensively, Croatia remain true to their identity. Physical contact, compact positioning and strong central presence are still the backbone of their game. This defensive system is not designed to dominate possession, but to control momentum. When Croatia defend well, they disrupt the opposition's attacking rhythm, force long positional attacks, and create the platform for controlled fast breaks. This approach reflects Sigurdsson's influence, prioritizing balance over constant risk. On the wings, Croatia continues to rely on efficiency and work rate. Mario Šoštarić remains a reliable finisher, particularly in fast break situations and from narrow angles where his calm execution often turns small advantages into goals. Filip Klavaš offers tactical intelligence and positional discipline, understanding when to push forward and when to secure possession, while David Mandić adds strong defensive work and physical presence, making the wing positions a key part of Croatia's game in both defence and transition. The backcourt is where Croatia's evolution is most visible. Luka Cindrić remains the most creative organiser in the squad, capable of breaking defensive lines through movement, timing and vision. His ability to connect the backcourt with the line player and wings becomes even more important in a system built around shared responsibility. Tin Lucin offers shooting power and courage from distance, while Veron Načinović provides height and long-range threat that forces defences to step out. There is some uncertainty in this area, as Zvonimir Cerna, Tin Lucin and Luka Cindrić have all dealt with longer injury periods, meaning their full readiness cannot be taken for granted. However, Croatia are not built to depend on a single solution. The squad offers rotation options and different profiles, allowing Sigurdsson to manage minutes carefully and adapt his approach depending on form and availability. At the line player position, the absence of Marin Šipić is one of the most significant challenges Croatia faces. A year ago, he was one of the great heroes of the World Championship. Veron Načinović and Josip Šimić now carry increased responsibility, sharing the workload through screening, space creation and defensive stability. The pivot role becomes less about dominance and more about function within the system. This shift reflects the broader transformation of the team. Croatia are no longer organised around a few central figures, but around a structured collective. The team is more patient, the spacing more deliberate, and the risk management more controlled. Instead of constant emotional surges, the emphasis is on staying within the match and trusting the system to deliver over 60 minutes. Leadership, therefore, becomes shared. Cindrić guides the attack, Načinović and Šušnja stabilise the defence. The goalkeepers manage momentum swings. This collective leadership model is more demanding, but it also makes the team harder to destabilise. Croatia do not enter the men's EHF Euro 2026 as the obvious favourites, but historically they rarely have. What they bring instead is experience, physical resilience, tactical discipline, and a coach who understands how tournaments are won through consistency rather than spectacle. If their defensive base holds, if the backcourt rotation remains functional, and if they continue to trust their depth, Croatia will once again be a team few opponents want to face when the knockout stage arrives. This is not about leaving the past behind, and it is not about becoming something completely different. It is a step forward built on years of international experience and shaped by the reality of the current squad. The men's EHF Euro 2026 will show how far this version of Croatia can go. But one thing is already clear. This team know how to compete, how to suffer, and how to stay in the match when the pressure is at its highest. That alone makes Croatia a very difficult opponent for anyone they face.